What's up, guys? It's your boy Pete, and welcome back to Wishlist Wednesdays. Alright, guys, so if you're new here, what I normally do, I choose two plants out of my wish list and I just go over the aspects of these plants. You know, whether they're affordable, the growing conditions, easy to propagate, things of that such. So again, I just choose two plants on this wish list and go over the aspects of these here plants. Now, today's plants are two philodendrons. Now, what I've decided to do was basically, I wouldn't say go back to the basics, but they're not basic. They're kind of basic. They're well-known plants. I switched it out for my I forgot the family, but they're in the turtleback family. But I switched it out today for the philodendrons. Now, I want these here philodendrons simply because I want them. And then also, it helps. Oh God, you guys, this is what I have to deal with. You see them? I chose these two philodendrons because I would like to collect them all, even though I know for a fact there's different strands, yeah, I would say, of these type of philodendrons. I say that because it's variegations and patterns, you know, come in all types of variegations and patterns. So even though it's still the same plant, if that variegation is stable and it's doing a certain type of variegation, then they usually will name that plant, kind of like the Adansonii mint, you know, things like that. They have the variegated Adansonii and the Oreos and things of that such, but it's still Adansonii. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. He is like laying literally down in my lap and on my arms like a baby. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with these two philodendrons. Now, I already have one, and once I mention this one, you definitely figure out the rest. I already have the Florida green, the red stem one, which is doing nice. She's okay, all right? Don't know when that video is coming out. It's probably already out, but she has stalled. I mean, she just don't care anymore, and I'm not used to her not caring. Usually, have I had her? Yeah, I've had her for a year, at least a year. So I know the growing aspects of this plant and what she normally does, but yeah, this time she has stalled. But anyway, guys, the two plants that we'll work with. The first one is let's go with the Philodendron Florida Beauty. Now, enough said. This plant is amazing. Okay, baby, I love you, but you cannot sit like a little baby down here because you're distracted. And he don't want to get down. Oh my goodness, come up here. Sit right there. Get up there. There you go. Now you're close. See what I got to deal with? We're going to work with the Florida Beauty, you guys. Again, this plant needs no introduction. None at all. I've been wanting a Florida Beauty since the Florida Beauty hit the market. It is not because it's like still, I don't even know if it's still an it plant because you really don't hear a lot of people talking about it and watching. Oh crap, what is his name from Indonesia? I forgot, guys, but most of you guys know him. It's from Indonesia. They're over there just like candy. So he was like, they're everywhere. Literally cheap as crap. They're everywhere. Heavily populated over there, but never over here. Well, technically it is populated over here. It's just that it's expensive, and no one is going to pay $1 million for a cutting that. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then what I don't know for sure, but don't quote me on it, but it sounds about right. Let me know down in the comment section below. It's like, do these plants, is the variegation stable? I doubt it. Maybe that's the other philodendron that we're going to cover in just a second, but I don't know, guys. it'll be a lot better if this variegation was stable. I haven't heard anybody saying that theirs has reverted. Don't quote me on it, but I don't think I ever heard of anything of such. So, but if that's the case, if the variegation is stable, most definitely would want it. Now, pricing, they're still fairly expensive, fairly expensive compared to like some of the other philodendrons or just plants in general. It is just outrageous. I mean, the prices come down a little bit, but for the most part, the prices are stable, stably high. If that's the word, stably high. So I don't know. It all depends, like I said, about the variegation. If it's stable, then I wouldn't mind getting a cutting, and go from there. But if it's not, then it's just, yeah, kind of like my Philodendron Barrel March that has just went complete Oreo on me. It's not white, it's just pure yellow. Like yellow, 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 yellow. Bad mistake. So, yeah, if it's not a stable variegation, I wouldn't risk it. I would definitely rather have a full plant simply because of it just looks good. It looks freaking good. And especially if you have a full pot of these, kind of like a full pot of elbow, or what else looks good full? The painted lady looks good full. Things like that. If it's a full pot, then yeah. I mean, even though, you might have a one stemmer, still looks good, but a fuller pot will definitely work. The care conditions, you guys, of these are simply the same as almost any other philodendron, except for you're going to have to give it more indirect bright sunlight compared to like the regular red stem green one, which can do fairly good with moderate to high indirect light as well. But you give her the things that she needs, she definitely can grow without the crazy high humidity. She might not grow as vigorously if, she's not in that high humidity, getting everything that she literally needs. So yeah, give her some humidity, regular feeding and watering, and just keep an eye on her, and she'll definitely do good. And of course, don't forget that they're light, which that's a whole video on its own. Light and variegation. It makes sense, but the plant can't change its own DNA. So, I mean, it can alter it, but that's the same as changing. It's not changing. Whole nother video. But yeah, guys, this here Florida Beauty has definitely been on my list for a very long time. And I just recently, earlier this week, did a little pricing. And like I said, my prices are still up there. So you're looking at close to 3 digits, depending on, the seller, what's wrong with the plant. Again, if there's a variegation issue, that part, but it's worth it, to be honest with you. And especially if the prices are like high stable, then I would recommend it simply because of, if the prices are stable now, they're definitely going to be high stable probably next year and the year after that. Kind of like that elbow, which doesn't lose any kind of value, and then especially the infamous Thai Constellation, which is just, I don't know. That has to be the most sought out plant that you can't get your hands on at all, unless you're going to pay $6 million for a plant like this. Kudos to you that have done it. Me, there's no way in hell. We're going to get us a mature specimen. Again, even though you might have to break the bank, mature specimen. They grow slow. All right, they grow uber slow, which is okay, but not like from baby to maturity. That is like horrible. It works because of space. If you're like trying to keep things spaced out correctly, then it definitely will work, simply because, as I said before, it grows slow. So that means that you have time to place it as she grows and move things around. But we're not talking about Thai Constellation. But yeah, guys, this here Florida Beauty has been on my list, and definitely is going to stay on the list. Definitely want to get my hands on her to complete the I would say known collection. Again, there are like tons of varieties of these things. I think they come in mint. There's another variety, I don't know, but yeah, Florida Beauty, you guys. I know a lot of you have seen it. If you haven't, of course, I'll be adding pictures up here. And if it does not do you any justice, go to your favorite search engine and look for them. Google, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want to go. Instagram, check them out. Let's move on to the second one. Now, this is the second one. Well known, much cheaper than the that beauty. She reminds me of like a painted lady or almost any other philodendron color that comes in. Well, it's kind of backwards, even though that is a color. It kind of fades into another color. But anyway, comes into color and then it fades into another one. Now, this here plant is the Philodendron Florida Ghost. Definitely had my eyes on this one since it hit the market, especially YouTube way before I think I had a YouTube channel. But at that time, boy, it was fairly, and I mean fairly expensive. So, yeah, the Florida Ghost is a nice plant. Now with that one, I've learned, not personally learned, but I've watched other people learn that in order for you to keep that white, you have to give it some bright light. And then with this one, if you overpower it with light, then, you know, your leaves will tend to give you that white to kind of ghosty mint color, which is, depending on the plant, your location and lights and things, it's not good for the plant because there's not enough green to photosynthesize. But if your conditions are right and if you're feeding them, taking care of them, some of them you really have to baby. But if you're doing them pretty good, then that plant can grow all white leaves or all pink leaves or all whatever the variegation leaves in it and still survive. But it has to have some type of chlorophyll coming in there to actually support what it needs, and especially if you're not giving it what it needs when it needs it. But all in all, now this here plant, like I said before, comes in like the mint, and I think it was something else I seen, or it could just been a variegation pattern. I don't know, but again, it's a must-have. Now the prices of these have plummeted. They've definitely plummeted to a more lower, kind of manageable price, I would say. Yeah, a little low. It's stable, but it's lower than what it used to be. Now I found some just extravagant pictures of this here Florida Ghost, like on Instagram. I also Googled them as well, and it's like, again, a full pot of these. Now with these here, I'm thinking I found the picture. I should have saved. I knew I should have saved it, and I found it. I think it was the beginning, maybe like the middle of May, a little after my birthday. But okay, baby, I love you too. I'm busy right now. I found the picture then, and I knew I should have saved it. But what I love about these, even though, as I said before, a fuller pot is definitely the route that you need to go. But how they had these growing, they were mature, but they were in different stages. I wish I could show you guys. Baby, I'm busy. I know you want some attention, but Pop is busy. It's a full plant, but it's like the main part of the plant, centerpiece, the middle, is a lot mature. Of course, it has the white leaves and things doing this ghosty thing. But the outskirts, growing around, it's like there's a white leaf here, white leaf down here, white leaf here, white leaf here, white leaf here, white leaf here. So it's in different growing stages, except for the pot being full and all the white is just growing up at the top. This one is just, it's spotted, and it looks freaking awesome. Hopefully I can still find a picture. If I can, you guys will definitely see it. But if not, you guys, it is on Google. I mean, just type in full pot of Florida Ghost, and you might have to search for it. Okay, boo, I'm busy. You might have to search for it in order to find it. But all in all, it looks freaking good. So from every angle, 360 angle. From every angle, there is, you know, some type of white leaf coming up, even if it's a little baby. It was spectacular. Spectacular. Now, I would love to try something. I just need to find a variegated plant. I might need to do like a Tridescanthia white stripe or something. That's a lot of variegation. But it's also, anyway, I'm thinking of a project, you guys. But yeah, it came in it was just wonderful. Um, it belonged to someone, so I know, well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're not selling it. It was just for, you know, social media purposes. But yeah, I want that her in my collection. Again, like I said before, the prices are stable. You would treat her just like any other philodendron or just like their Florida Beauty. She can go without the high humidity, but high humidity is preferred. Water and feed them the way they're supposed to and give her the adequate light that she needs. Showstopper. Showstopper. Now that one I think that the white is stable. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen some that they were reverting. I don't know, reverting is a strong word for those when you just need to give it light. She just stopped putting out the white, all right? And then once they gave it enough light, then the white started to come back out. And if it was doing too much white, then some of them, you know, brought down the light aspect and it started to turn back green again. So I don't know. Starting out with one of these with the cutting, if everything is stable, I definitely would. I said before, the prices are stable. But if the white part is stable, and again, that's up for debate. Let me know down in the comment section below. I would definitely start it off as a cutting. I would prefer to have, you know, a plant, so then I can cut it up and I already have multiples instead of growing it out and then have a cut and then, you know, have multiples and fill up the pot. Even though growing them out from a cutting definitely works because you definitely know your plant at that point, know what it needs, the wants, don't want, can't stand, things of that nature before you get, you know, a bigger plant and then want to cut it and then propagating as well. A lot of these plants are hard to propagate, so keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, this here Florida, I have the green, the red stem, so now I'm looking for that Florida Beauty and going to get my hands on that Philodendron Florida Ghost as well. Again, I think there's like a mint, which again, I think that is more of the Florida Ghost. I don't know. Variegation is variegation and DNA is DNA. So the variegation sends out polka dots, which would be kind of cool and awesome. Then that DNA has bedded polka dots in it. So yeah, that'll be cool. Anyway, guys, yeah, that is it here for Wishlist Wednesdays. These are some of, again, the basic plants that we've already may have seen and definitely heard of by now. But when you don't have things like that in your collection and still stay on your wish list, like I still know a YouTube influencer that is still looking for a silver band Maranta. A lot of us do have those already. But she's wanting, just like me and my lemon lime, she's just wanting to go in the store and get one. Don't want to buy one off the internet, all these other things. Understandable. You know exactly where they are. Now we just have to go out and find them and wait. Me, there's no waiting. I either have to sell, trade, get it as a gift, buy. Yeah, there's no nursery around here that carry these type of things. Like Ace just finally started carrying Hoyas, and I'm not putting down that Hoya, but they want me to pay $60 for a 6-inch Hawaiian Hoya, a Hoya Carnosa Hawaiian or something like that. Not gonna happen. Not even gonna happen. Sorry about that. I definitely can get those offline for cheaper, but again, well, if I wanted that Hoya, we're not even talking about Hoyas, guys. But that is it, guys, for today's video. We covered the Philodendron Florida Beauty and the Philodendron Florida Ghost. And again, there are some different variations of variegations that you can find that, if I'm not mistaken, has its own name. Like I said, like the mint or the camera swirl. That's not a thing. I don't know. Blue passion. I don't know. Things of that such. It still could be a Florida. I mean, some type of philodendron, Florida green. Just variegated in its own little way. Someone found it or isolated it and grew it out, and now it has a stable sort of DNA, and they named it the way they wanted to name. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section below if you have these plants. Are they easy to grow? Is the variegation stable? Or let me know if you're like me and you're still looking for them. They've been around for a while and you just refuse to pay $1 million for a cutting. Let me know in the comment section below. Everything that I do use here over on the channel will be down in the description box below. Do me a favor, go check those out. That could save you some money as well. And I think that's it, you guys. Yep. Make sure you are subscribed and that button is hit. This notification bell will keep you notified and let you know what's going on over here at Plant Pete. And that is it, guys. I will see you on the next one. I'm fixing to go and do some window shopping. Bye.